Привет, guys! How are you doing? I hope everything is great. Welcome to our fourth video of the alphabet series. And today we're going to review, as always, the letters we have learned previously. And I'll teach you 4 more letters, okay? So let's get started. First off, I have prepared these syllables for you to read. We'll read them together. Again, I'm gonna pause for a couple of seconds before I read each one. If you need more time, just pause the video. Okay, you ready? Okay, so the first one is ga. Ga. Second, do. Do. This one is не. Не. This one is ву. Ву. Ах. Ах. Уд. Уд. This one is yes. Yes. Ло. Ло. Ме. Ме. Ру. Ру. Up. Up. Фу. Фу. Хе. Хе. Okay, so remember that ye is a diphthong, right? So when it's in a closed syllable, meaning it is preceded by a consonant, you merge them a little bit. So this one again is не, don't pronounce it as не. And when it's in an open syllable, like here, you pronounce it as a diphthong with the y sound. So yes, this one is yes, yes, all right? Okay, and let's read a few words that only have the letters we have covered. And today we'll just read a couple of geographical names, okay? So, super easy. I've been doing all caps lock, so let's be consistent. So just gonna in fact, if I digress for a second, yeah, most of the letters, pretty much all letters in Russian print, they look pretty much the same in lowercase and uppercase. Okay, so that's why it doesn't really matter how you type them. So, but I've been using all uppercase just so you can see it better. Okay, anyway, so how do you read this city? It's an American city. Okay, so let's do it letter by letter. A, T, L, A, N, T, A. So together, Atlanta. Atlanta. Atlanta, which is, of course, Atlanta, a wonderful city in Texas. Atlanta, Texas. Yeah, or in Georgia, of course, in Georgia. So the Georgian one is probably more famous. Okay, next one. See if you can figure this one out. Okay, letter by letter. Oops. M, O, S, K, V, A. Together, Moskva. Moskva. So Moskva, what do you think that is? It is Moscow, yeah. Moscow, Texas. No. Well, yes, Moscow, Texas too, but Moscow is, of course, the capital of Russia. And this is my hometown too, by the way. So I was born and grew up in Moscow, lived there most of my life. So, wonderful city. Okay, and let's do one more. This one's a state. See if you can read it. Here's your stress. In Russian anyway. Okay, ready? В, Е, Р, М, О, Н, Т. So, together. Vermont. Vermont, which is of course Vermont. Same stress, by the way, which is not always the case. Okay, well, I think we're ready for our next batch. And again, today we're just learning 4 more letters. So here they are. So this one is B. Okay. So this is a new friend, right? So the letter looks different, but you already have the sound in English. Sound is B, B. And remember that we learned the letter that looks like a B, but you know it's not a B, it's V, right? V in Russian. So don't confuse them. Again, this one is V, and the actual B is this one, okay? So, also, I just told you that uppercase and lowercase letters look the same in Russian in print. Mind you, I'm not teaching you cursive, and you will thank me for that. But yeah, talking about print, yes, uppercase and lowercase letters look the same, but B is probably the only one that kind of looks a little different in the lowercase version. So here's its lowercase version. So you can see they both kind of look similar. They both kind of look like a 6, right? But B is a little more curvy. So I don't know why, but in case you see this lower version of B, don't be confused or don't be well, scared. It is just B, lowercase b, okay? And like I said, all the other letters look pretty much the same in its uppercase and lowercase version. So yeah, they're pretty much the same. So yeah, B is the only one that is a little different. Okay, B, nothing else to add. Just remember that it's a B, okay? All right, next one is looks exactly like number 3. Let me type number 3 next to it. So very, very similar. You can hardly tell the difference. But yeah, this letter, commonly referred to by my Russian students as the 3, is actually sound Z, like in zoo, right? So in Russian, the 3 is just Z, Z. And again, you have the sound, so it's another new friend. Or I guess it's kind of a false friend. You're thinking of it as a 3, but surprise, it's Z. So anyway, remember it's a Z. Nothing else to add here. The next one is yeah, this one. Okay, this one is kind of a funny looking letter. I guess, let me show you how to draw it, okay? Well, I probably need to show you how to draw all of them, but I mean, they're all pretty straightforward. So say, make it a little thicker. I'll do, okay, here we go. Okay, yeah, this is the B, right? So it's a no-brainer. Well, the 3 is obviously just the 3. Okay, so this one, the way you draw it is you basically start as an X, and then you just put a stick in the middle. Okay, that's your Z. Yeah, sorry, I didn't tell you what the sound was, but again, this is the letter, right? So the sound it makes is Z. Z. Okay, so technically you don't really have a sound combination in English that you would use to express the sound, but nevertheless the sound does exist in English. So an example you can have is this word measure. So in the word measure you can clearly hear the zh sound, zh, measure, and in the word measure it's pretty much just the S, I guess, roughly, that is responsible for it. So yeah, this is pretty much the proof that you do have the sound in English. But yeah, it's a little tricky because you don't technically have a letter combination to express it. Sometimes some people will transliterate zh as zh, you know, because sh is sh, so zh logically would be zh, which is kind of like the voiced version of sh. But obviously there are no English words that are spelled with zh. Okay, so, but anyway, whatever works. Just remember this one is z. Okay, and the last one in today's batch is this funny looking guy. So it is essentially a backwards N with a curvy accent. So if I were to show you how to draw it, just do backwards N. Well, sorry, let's try again. Okay, you guys are lucky you're not taking this class face-to-face, by the way, because my handwriting is terrible. So you can kind of see it when I'm drawing in this canvas. But luckily in the pad I'm just typing for you, so trust me guys, you're very lucky. But anyway, here's how you draw the backwards N, and then you put the curvy accent like this. Okay, so this is your letter, and what sound it makes, that's kind of an interesting letter. So the sound it makes is y, y, y. Okay, and I guess I need to give you a little more explanation, a little more of an explanation. So remember I taught you this letter, right, in the previous video actually, right? And I taught you that to pronounce it, just think of the word yes, and you drop the last sound, which is s. So you're just left with yeah, yeah, yes, yes is the full word, and then without the s, it's yeah, yeah. Okay, so this one, again, just try to say the word yes, but without the s and without the e. Okay, so it's kind of like you're just saying the y part of it. Yeah, 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 yeah. And it's very hard to pronounce this letter in isolation, okay, because it's technically a consonant, but you know, it's when I'm pronouncing it, whenever I want to stop, kind of cut off the flow of air, I can't do it like well, clean. So there is kind of a little vowel tail to it. So it kind of may sound a little bit like a vowel. Yeah, yeah. But in fact it's not a vowel. It doesn't have a vowel sound to it. It's just the consonant. Yeah. So if I were to drag it, it would sound like this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay? I hope it's clear, right? So it's kind of a very peculiar letter. We'll talk more about it at some point. But yeah, for now, let's just pronounce these ones again together. So this one is again B, B, Z, Z, and then Z, Z. Sounds like I'm trying to be a huge fly. And the last one is yeah, yeah. All right. Okay. Well then. Let's take a quick break. You know, I kind of thought I should show you the beauty of the Russian cursive. I just mentioned I'm not teaching you cursive. So here's a Russian word spelled in cursive that is a real word. Sorry, it's gonna take me a while to write it. I'm not kidding you guys. It's an actual word. Alright, I think that's alright. Yeah, all correct. So it's an actual word that sounds like this. Lishish. Lishish. Yeah, so you can tell Russian cursive is not very friendly. The point of cursive, of course, is that you're writing words or letters, well, words, without raising your pen, right? So it should be all coherent, right? Also, there are letters in the Russian cursive that make no sense. For example, what do you think is this letter? I'm terrible. Okay, let's try again. What do you think is this letter in the Russian cursive? Well, you will probably say it's an M. True friend. Surprise, this is T. Yes, in Russian cursive, this letter is T. Alright, how about this one? Well, looks a lot like an N in English, but this is letter P. Alright, let me think of another weird one. Well, I guess this one. Okay, looks a lot like G, but in fact it's letter D. Okay, so yeah, Russian cursive is fun. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe I'll do a video or a couple of videos on the Russian cursive sometime, but it will be optional. Won't be on the test. Okay, well, the break is over, so let's go back to our letters, and well, let's have some practice. So once again, to remind you, B, Z, Z, Y. Okay, so let's do some syllables. How about this one? Ba, ba. And this one? Bo. Okay, and this one? Boo. Boo, Peter, boo. Yeah, I'm really big on dad jokes, guys, so don't judge me. And this one. All right, this one is beer. Beer. All right, Perfect. Okay, let's do same with letter Z. So together, za, zo, zu, and ze. All right. All right. How about this one? Ja, jo, ju, and je. Right? Okay. Alright, so this is a little tricky. So remember, this is a y. Again, it does not have a vowel sound to it. But we can add a vowel. So if we do, we'll have ya, ya, right? This is a y, a, together, ya. And we can do it with other consonants. Yo, yo. So this one is you, you, and well, this one's a little weird because there's a y and there is a yeah, which also kind of has the y sound. But yeah, since I guess the yeah isn't a closed syllable, yeah, we can just kind of merge them and just say yeah, yeah, even though it pretty much sounds like just like the letter yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do a few random ones now. So, how about this one? Ab. Ab. Okay. Ooze. Ooze. All right. Okay, now the vowel comes first, so this is oi, oi, oi. Okay. Well, let's do this one. So this is yej, yej. Okay. All right. Well, I hope it's good practice. So let's read some state names today. Okay. So I prepared a list of U.S. states for you guys to read and decipher, and all these states, the way they're spelled in Russian anyway, only contain the letters we have covered already. Okay, so no new letters. All right, and your task is to read them and figure out what they are. Again, practice. This is your chance to practice. I can't hear you obviously, but please read it and then see if you got it right or not after I tell you. Okay, so this one is, again, pause the video if you need more time. A, la, ba, ma, Alabama. Sweet home, Alabama. All right, next one. Well, I'm doing them all uppercase, sorry, so let's be consistent. Alright, and obviously this one is Kansas, Kansas, which is Kansas. All right. And guess what? If you just add a little prefix to it, which is like this, then you will have Arkansas, right? Arkansas, which is of course Arkansas. And yeah, in Russian we don't honor the special pronunciation of the state in English, so we just say Arkansas. So Kansas is Kansas and Arkansas is Arkansas. All right. Next one is, we already read it last time, but or the first video or second video, whatever. But yeah, do it again. Doesn't hurt to practice. All right. So, Colorado. Colorado. All right. Next one. This one's gonna take you a second. All right. So let's do it. Айдаһо. So what's that? Idaho. Idaho. That is, of course, Idaho. Idaho in Russian. Okay, another head scratcher. All right, so let me help you out here. Iowa. All right, again. Iowa. Iowa. What state is Iowa? Well, it's probably helpful to know that Russian does not have the W sound, and usually when there's a word with a W that we need to say in Russian, we replace the W sound with V. So instead of Iowa, we say Iowa, which of course is Iowa. Iowa. Okay, cool. Next one is super easy. All right, let's do it. Montana. All right, which is of course Montana. All right, next one. All right, let's do it. Nebraska. Again, Nebraska. Nebraska, which is of course Nebraska. Okay, next one. Even easier. I think they're only getting easier. All right, so all right, let's read it, right? Nevada, Nevada, which is of course Nevada. Very pretty names, by the way, right? A lot of them are Hispanic. They come from Spanish. Nevada, I think, means snowy. And then Montana means mountainous. So some of them come from Native American names. There are Native American names. So yeah, very pretty. Okay, next one. All right, this is a bit of a head scratcher, I'm sure. Not to read, but to kind of figure out which state it actually is in English. Alright, so let's read it first. O-ga-yo, right? O-ga-yo, o-ga-yo. So what is Ogayo? Ogayo. Well, that is Ohio. None other than Ohio. So why did we spell it with a G in Russian if we do have the H sound, right? We could have just spelled it as Ohio. But instead we went with Ogayo. And well, that's a good question. I don't know why we do it, but a lot of times we'll replace your H with our G. It's very common, especially in like common names or geographical names or personal names, like people's names. For example, Henry in Russian is Genry, or Hamilton in Russian is Gamilton. So I don't know why we do it. There is some reason for it, I'm sure. Okay, let's just do a couple more states and then call it a video. All right. So this one here is what? We actually read it too in the first or second video. All right, let's read it. Oklahoma. 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 Which of course is Oklahoma. All right, and then this one is which one? Okay, Oregon. Again, Oregon. Oregon, which is of course Oregon. Oregon. And well, I mean, the next one is so easy, I almost feel embarrassed to write it for you to read, because I guess you don't even have to learn Russian to be able to read it. But it is a great state, right next door, so it is, make sure you read it right. Of course, it's Texas, right? But the way we pronounce it in Russian is Texas. Texas. Okay. All right, and one more state was actually Vermont, but we already read it. It was right here, Vermont, right? Okay. Well, great job, guys. You can already read half the American states. Well, maybe not half, but a bunch. Okay, great job. This is it for this video. I will see you in our next video. Until then, have a great day, week, and пока-пока.